and then we will take it through. Now, guys, how many of you have started to think that whether RPA is right for the future, or are you thinking like this that which technology should I target along with UI path or the RPA so that I can earn more salary and I can grow in my professional career. So, anybody of you are currently thinking around these lines, and do you feel like this is the major problem being into working into the RPA journey?
Actually, I want to add few things from my side. So, actually, the right now the market is a bit unstable around the RPA also, because I'm not seeing any of the scope there. Everybody's telling that about agentic AI, APA, agentic process automation, and agentic AI kind of thing. So it's a combination of Gen AI only. But I want to understand that how we are migrating or how we are transition the current UA part to the Gen AI kind of thing.
Sure, perfect. Naga, I will just start off with one video that will give you an idea about one of the project that is being taken by Google itself, and that is a going to be an alternative solution in the future for the robotic process automation as well. So this is just the glimpse of the future that some of the projects that are being taken by these major tech companies. I will just walk you through one project and then I'll show you how you can achieve that up as well. So,
Sure.
Today I want to tell you about
is everybody able to listen to this video? Is the audio clear to you guys?
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Yes.
okay, perfect. Yeah.
Project Mariner. It's a research prototype exploring the future of human-agent interaction, and it's built on Gemini 2.0. Like with all new technology, it's important for us to build this responsibly, which is why we're starting small. We'll be getting feedback from a group of trusted testers and using their experiences to really shape how Project Mariner evolves. Let me show you how it works. So Project Mariner works in the browser as an experimental Chrome extension. I'm going to start by entering a prompt. Here, I have a list of outdoor companies listed in Google Sheets, and I want to find their contact information. So I'll ask the agent to take this list of companies, then find their websites and look up a contact email I can use to reach them. This is a simplified example of a tedious multi-step task that someone could encounter at work. Now, the agent has read the Google Sheet and knows the company names. It then starts by searching Google for benchmark climbing. And now it's going to click into the website. You can see how this research prototype only works in your active tab. It doesn't work in the background. Once it finds the email address, it remembers it and moves on to the next company. At any point in this process, you can stop the agent or hit pause. What's cool is that you can actually see the agent's reasoning in the user interface so that you can better understand what it is doing. And it will do the same thing for the next two companies, navigating your browser, clicking links, scrolling, and recording information as it goes. You're seeing an early stage research prototype, so we've sped this up for demo purposes. We're working with trusted testers to make it faster and smoother, and it's so important to keep a human in the loop. After the fourth website, the agent has completed its task, listing out the email addresses for me to use. And there you have it. We're really just scratching the surface of what's possible when you bring agentic AI to computers, and we're really excited to see where this goes next.
So, guys, do you see the potential of AI in the future of RPA journey and like an automation itself? What do you see is the major achievement of this project that I just shown you out? Anyone would like to answer that? Like, what do you saw in this video? That was the best thing that you saw.
No
Anybody would?
dependency on UI elements like HTML
Perfect,
code or anything.
perfect. That is one thing. Uh, any other thing that you saw in this video?
Shall I tell?
Yeah, yeah. Please, Naga, go ahead.
So automatically it is reading the Excel sheet and it is prompting the all the websites and it capturing the information kind of thing. Here it is not showing that what you can call as in RPA we are trying to open the URL and controlling the what you can call the adapter attributes kind of thing. There is nothing is not there. Directly it is opening the reading the Excel sheet and preparing the data kind of things without having the in front we are not seeing anything at all, but how the background is working that we don't know, but in front it is not showing that how the things are going kind of thing, and it is going pure active based on, it is not going running, it is not running background itself.
Perfect. That is one good thing. So the basic idea of showing this video is that you should understand what is the future going to be like with these sort of solutions coming today. Okay. So guys, what do you see around here is like prompt engineering is very critical for you to learn and start today. So what you have seen here is there was just a simple prompt, and with that prompt it was able to create out the automation that was being asked by the user in this video, and that is what the future is going to be like. So you guys have to start to understand the potential, like why the learning of prompt engineering is very crucial for you. Okay, because there are a lot many tools that are coming in the market that have a lot of potential of doing the automation. Okay, and all those automation has a one basic thing in common, that is the prompts. Okay, the art of writing those prompts is very critical for you to learn around. Okay, and that is why what we are trying to show you across is how you can use these prompts, how you can create out these best possible strategies so that you can do some similar automations in the in your, by yourself as well, and you can also create out some AI agents as well. Okay, now I will also try to show you couple of other tools as well. Okay, let's say how many of you have tried out Google AI Studio? Anybody of you used Google AI Studio recently?
Uh,
Yes, no, guys.
no, I have heard about it for some time, but I did not use it yet now.
Okay,
No.
perfect. Okay, so guys, this is one of the tool that is provided by Google, and this is having Gemini at its backend as a uh, LLM. Okay, like Gemini is the LLM family of Google. Okay, now this tool gives you a great level of understanding, and it also is a good tool to start learning prompt engineering. Okay, now let's try to do some basic level of automation in this tool today. Okay, now I will just go here. I'll just create out a. I have a sample invoice. Okay, just a second. Okay, I have a sample invoice, and I will just provide it up here, and let's try to see how it is able to extract some information from it. Okay, can you give me? Okay, I have provided it a sample document that is a sample invoice, and I've just asked it a simple question around it. Okay, now let's see what its response is giving provided to us. That the total invoice amount of this number is invoices 4553. Okay, now guys, if you have to develop the similar sort of a solution, in the Google, in your RPA tool today, how much time do you generally take it around? Like, how do you create out such solutions in your RPA journey today? Anybody would like to answer? If you have to just create out a simple solution like this, how much time do you think you
Just
take
taking
to?
out the inverse cost, right? So it would take around like 15-20 minutes.
Correct. It will take you 15-20 minutes, but how, if you have to create it out for different patterns, and if you have to design it out for different sort of invoice, which is having different sort of templates, different sort of like solution, and all of those, if there is a variation in those PDFs, how much time will it take to you to create out such solutions if there are variation in the templates also?
Mm-hmm. Like within 1 hour.
Correct. So that is why, these solutions are so important, and these solutions are so providing you a quick workaround which you can just consume directly, and you can solve your problems today. Okay. Now, I have just provided out an invoice, and I've just provided it a basic question. Okay. Now, the art of creating out the LLMs to make them learn like what is actually desired from it as an output is something that is very critical for you. Okay. That is what is known as prompt engineering. So giving the right set of instructions to the LLM to generate out the required results, that is known as prompt engineering. Okay. Now basics of prompt is very critical for you. Okay. Now we have just written out a simple set of instruction to the model. Like we have just given a simple set of instruction. Okay. But if you have to productionalize such solutions, what are the basic ways of doing that? That is something we are going to cover it for you. Okay. So we will guide you out how you can create out the creativity of your prompts, which are the most important parameters that you have to control out so that you get your desired results. Then we are also taking care of what are the basic grounding techniques, what are the basic function calling techniques, code generation techniques, how to control the output of your LLMs with some advanced settings so that no vulgar responses are coming from those LLMs. And all of those things are part of this course, and all of those things are going to be very critical if you are trying to go into the path of your generative AI journey. Okay. Now everything starts out with the simple solution that is known as prompting. Okay. So once you master these prompts, then you can move forward to learn some more advanced techniques around it. Okay. So when you begin small, you start to learn that what are the critical steps, what are the important things for you to learn out, so that you can be an expert in this uh, space as well. Okay. Now, uh, I would also walk you through what we are going to cover across in this prompt engineering session for you guys. Okay. Now, our basic prompt engineering session is basically divided into three important aspects. Okay. It will be basics, so learning the basics of prompt engineering, then understanding it with the help of some tools, and then going and developing out a real time projects using those techniques and tools that you have learned across. Now, when you go into the advanced, or you go into the basic structures of this generative AI and the prompt engineering classes, it's very important for you to have some basic knowledge of Python. And it is also needed that you also understand how a REST API calls are being made across. And in this course, when we are going to begin with, we are going to start with the basics of Python. Okay. So everyone who is not aware of the Python techniques, or they are not aware of Python, can start to have those learnings of Python. And they can also learn some REST API calls using Python scripting that you can do. And we will also teach you what are most important things that are needed to get started into the generative AI space. And now when you go into the session, we will have the online session, we will have a hands-on experimental lab that will be shared across with you during the session, so that you can learn from it, and you can also do some hands-on practice on all the techniques that we learn across in during this session. And you will also learn across with some real time projects as well, so that you can learn and you can implement those things in real use cases also. And our major objective here is that whatever you try to learn, all of that is actually in regards to the market trends, and everything what we teach is actually being used by you in some of your role today. Okay, so you don't have to be just RPA developers, you can migrate into a complete Gen AI developer in the future. Okay, now in this course we have a basics of prompt, and basics of prompt is basically divided into two modules. One is giving you an introduction about generative AI, why we need the prompt and the application of prompt engineering. Then we will learn into the basics of prompt engineering, types of prompt, what are the basic frameworks of writing out the prompts, and as I already told you, how to control the settings of those prompts. All of those things are going to be covered across in the basics of prompt engineering. And then we will go and dig deep into the understanding of some tools. So one tool I've just shown you, that is Google AI Studio. There I will teach you how to select the right sort of model for your actual use case, how to do some real-time streaming solutions using LLMs. And then I will also teach you around how to use the OpenAI Studio, that is something similar to like Google AI Studio that is available in the market. And I will also teach you around how to create a simple basic machine learning models with the help of LLM itself. And then once you are familiar with these tools, I am going to make this course more advanced, where I will start to teach you around multi-models. Multi-models are those models where you can pass in your text, your images, your audios, your videos, and then you can get out your results as well. And then I will start with the introduction of your RAG solution. Anybody of you know what is RAG? Anybody is aware of RAG?
Yeah, retrieval. I know that one. Yeah, track models,
Correct. The basic full form of RAG is retrieval augmented generation.
augmented
So,
writing.
yeah, so you know what is it used for?
Basic, I know, not in
Yeah.
detail kind of things.
No, no,
Things.
no. You can tell the basic as well. That's totally fine.
Yeah, right now I'm not getting, but I recently,
Okay, no worries.
yeah,
So basically, RAG is those solution where you restrict your LLM to only extract those information that for those information from where you want to extract an information from. Like it can be your documents, or it can be your websites, or it can be your some company's internal policy docs or something like that. And you want that it should only answer those questions for which the documents are provided to the LLM, and it should not answer beyond that. So that is a technique which is very critical, and that is known as RAG. And then I will give you an introduction towards Notebook LM. Anybody of you have tried Notebook LM today? Uh, Anybody of you know what is Notebook LM? Hello, guys. Anybody of you tried it out?
No.
No, I think.
Sorry, somebody said yes, or it's no
No,
from everyone.
no, I think.
Okay, perfect. So I will show you a quick demo of this tool. Okay, so this is a tool which is known as Notebook LM. That is an open source tool, and it is available for anyone to use across. Okay, now let's try to see how this tool works. Okay, now you can provide it Google Drive links. You can provide Google slides, you can provide some website links, you can provide YouTube links, and you can also copy paste your own text. Okay, now let me provide it with my just a simple tool. Just a second. Okay, okay, let me provide it a YouTube link. I am going to provide the same video link that I've just shown you across. I will add the sources. I will provide it a link, and I'll provide you the sources. Okay, so in this tool, you can provide up to 50 sources in a free version, and in the pro version, there are some more advanced sources that you can add across it. Okay, the major purpose of showing you this tool is the capabilities of generative AI today in the market that it is trying to do. Okay, now I've just provided a YouTube link, and I will ask it a question that can you provide me a detailed summary about this tool. Okay, so this is going to go through all the YouTube video links, then it is going to provide me a summary about it. Okay, now do you see how quick this is? All your video has been analyzed with such a small uh, seconds or fractions of seconds. It has able to customize that around. Okay, and it is able to uh, give you response for it. Okay, now let's say you are not interested in going through all the content that you have provided, but you want that you should have a audio, or you want to hear to a audio. Okay, but in that audio you also want that I should be able to ask some questions during that session itself, or when I'm hearing to those audio sessions, I also want to ask some questions around it. Okay, so let's see how it will do that. So once you click on this customize option, it's able to create out a podcast for you. Podcast is something like it's two people are trying to interact, and then you are also one of the person who can be part of those conversations, and you can ask your own question, and that will be all grounded towards this information that I just provided out. Okay, so there will be few concepts that you will not be able to understand as of now, but yeah, this is giving will give you capability, and this will give you an idea how generative AI is changing these stuffs today. Okay, and how important it is to learn these stuffs out. Okay, so ready to listen to this audio? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, let's hear it out.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into something really interesting from Google DeepMind called Project Mariner.
Yeah, it's this idea, right? Imagine your browser actually helping you out with those, really tedious online tasks automatically.
Okay, I like the sound of that. So Mariner, it's a research prototype.
Exactly. Just built on their Gemini 2.0 model. Think of it like
Oh, hey, our listener wants to join in. What's up?
Hey, hi. I just want to understand how this project Mariner is going to be helpful for an RP developer in the future.
hey there. That's a really interesting question.
Yeah, thanks for chiming in. Let's unpack this a bit.
So when you think about robotic process automation, right, it's all about automating repetitive tasks.
Exactly, taking the human out of the really mundane stuff.
What's fascinating about Project Mariner is how it brings that kind of automation directly into the web browser.
Okay, so instead of building a whole separate robot,
Right. Think of Mariner as a kind of AI assistant living inside Chrome.
so in an RPA developer, could this be a new way to like automate web-based processes?
That's the potential. Instead of coding complex scripts to navigate websites and extract data.
Mariner could maybe handle some of that more intuitively.
Precisely. It could potentially simplify the development process for certain web-centric automations.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Imagine tasks like gathering
So, guys, do you see the potential of such tools? This is just a simple generative AI tool that is very popular today, and anybody who is interested in learning some sort of content that you try to go through or you take a lot of time to navigate it out, this tool is for you. Okay, so this tool can give you a real time guidance, and you can create it just like a interactive notebook for you. Okay, so do you actually see the potential of using LLMs and generative AI into application? And this is the one such tool that was most popular in the 2024, and it was named as one of the major inventions in the generative AI space. So any so do you see the potential of generative AI today and how it is going to help you guys? So feeling excited about it, or how do you feel about this things, and are you interested to learn these sort of tools?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
I have a doubt. Like, can I ask you something?
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
So, is it all about like web automation, web-based automation, something like that? Like, if we are talking about any application automation or any kind of like a client application, you can say. So, what about that?
When you say client application, do you say that Salesforce, or you say like SAP or something like that?
It can be not connected, disconnected application. Like, it's not any connected application that you can, uh, you can avail in web, something like that. Not like that. What about mainframe automation? You can say.
Okay, so there is some sort of a research that is already going into that space as well, like how to do those mandate automation with the help of RPA. Okay, but in this session, what I'm trying to teach you across is how you can also integrate your mainframe applications with the help of prompts. Okay, today you are doing rule based automation. Okay, now how about giving it a idea that you can make a based automation? That means at certain point of your RPA journey, you can decide out which flow to start and which flow to begin and which flow to end based on the uh, decision making of the AI itself. Okay, that is very super critical, and that is very important for you guys to learn across. Okay, so that is what I would like to help you out. So today there are certain ways where generative AI cannot help. That is the legacy based applications automation. It cannot help you around. Okay,
I get
but
you. Yeah.
if there are some APIs, and you have some APIs like your Salesforce consists of some APIs, your SAP HANA has some APIs, or your any web application that is having a API from where you can consume out those informations, those sort of automations can be done with this thing. Okay, and that is the major point of area that I would like to cover during this session also. Okay, so I will also give you an introduction about agents. I will also introduce you about the major important components of the agents, and I will also give you introduction about two things, that is introduction to tools and automation using the function calls in prompt. So that these are the two important concepts within the agent that is very important for you to learn in order to become an AI agent or an agentic AI developer in the future. Okay, so any tool whichever you see today that you call as an AI agent or an agentic platform will have these two important components, and this is what I'm going to teach you across in this session as well. And then once we have learned across these two things, the next thing that I'm going to teach you is how to create an invoice processing solution with the help of prompts, how to create a video analyzing solution using prompts, and I'll also teach you around some real time examples of the projects itself, where you can do some these techniques which we have learned over the course of time, and you can see how the real time implementation of those projects is. Okay, and how the real time implementation of those applications is going to be. Okay, all of that is something that I'm going to cover out in the last scope of the session, that is going to be around the uh, agentic AI, and it will be the real time examples of it. Okay, now I've covered across what all tools are going to be the future that I'm going to teach you across. Going to start out with Python. I'm going to teach you across what are the important concepts of prompt, and then finally landing you into the AI agentic space. Okay. Now, along with that AI agent, I would also like you to learn across some low code platforms for the AI agents that are available in the market today. Okay, and out of these tools, there is something that I will teach you is that is known as Langflow. That is a low code, no code platform for creating an AI agent, and this works similar to just like your RPA tools. Okay, and in the market today, there are a lot of such tools. Like Microsoft has AutoGen Studio and Copilot Studio, and IBM has its IBM Watson, and Salesforce has created out its own tool that is known as Agent Force, and Google has created out its own agentic space that is known as Agent Space, and all of these companies are trying to give you those capabilities where you can develop out AI agents without the help of any prior knowledge of creating out uh, like without the need of uh, any such technologies or languages that you need to learn. But if you know the basics of these tools and you know how to create out agents from the scratch itself, then you will be in good hands, and you will also see that you are actually able to understand the real time concepts of these tools itself. Okay, and the major concept that we are trying to cover across in this session is going to be the lang flow. Okay, this lang flow has a capability that it is able to integrate it with your Google, Microsoft, uh, Microsoft, Amazon, or any such generative AI LLM tools that are available in the market. You can integrate this with those uh, LLMs in the market, in those space as well. Okay, and this tool is very important for you guys to learn because this gives you a capability to create out generative AI solutions in a very quick, and it is also able to give you the capabilities to create out the solution from the scratch without any prior knowledge also. Okay, so all of these is going to be the aspect of our training that we are going to cover across, and we are going to be more focused around the solutions and designing of the prompts, designing of your AI agents, and how to integrate these prompting AI agents with your RPA tools. All of this is going to be the part of a session that we are going to cover across. Okay, so anybody so this was something that we wanted to cover across our sessions around generative AI and the prompt engineering that we are going to begin. Any questions around this session, any questions around the content that we are going to cover? I am happy to answer this across.
So, Arjit, I want to understand that are you planning to integrate this Langflow to UiPath or any other RPA tool? You're planning to do that one also?
Yes. So in
Okay.
our previous session, when we conducted out this codes, there were bunch of RPA UiPath as well as the Power Automate to RPA developers, and they were
Okay.
able to integrate their tool with the prompts, and they were also able to create a real-time examples of such solutions using the RPA tool itself.
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any question, guys? Anybody else, guys? Any questions? Mamta, Vamsi, Rupesh, Lakshmi. Okay. Uh, just in case if you're not having any questions, I'll hand it over to Ankush. Ankush, you there?
Yes, Arijit, I'm there.
Okay.
You can stop the recording.
Yeah, I'll stop the recording.